Hi everyone, today's my nephew's birthday and I'm getting ready to go out, celebrate and go see him. So I am doing my makeup and I'm going to show you how difficult it is. It takes me a while. Look at my nerves are like pretty bad. So this is for dark circles. This is how I do it. Yeah. And pretty bad. Just put it around my eyes. I also have social anxiety, so anytime that I am getting ready to go out, my tremors get worse. So, yeah, this is what happens when I do my makeup. See that? This is what happens. So with essential tremors, as you get older, it gets worse. It affects the hands. Well, with me, it affects the hands and it affects the head. You know, sometimes my head goes like this. You know, like one of those bobbleheads that you see in the dashboard. Like, you don't need to buy a bobblehead. You could just put me on your dashboard and I'll just bobble for you. So, some days are better than others. Yeah. And, yeah. So, on the 28th of December, I see a neurologist that just specializes in ET. And let's see what happens, But, yeah, sometimes it affects my whole body. Sometimes I can feel it coming on. And there's times I don't. I could just be walking down the street and it'll just hit me, I have a home health aide, like, from 9 to 5 every day. Right now, she's outside running some errands for me. Yeah. So, yeah, it mimics Parkinson's. That's the only way I could explain it. But as I do more videos, you'll see. And I'll be doing some videos with professionals, with my doctors. And, yeah. But I make the best of it, I find ways to deal with it to the best I can. And, yeah, it's not easy. It really isn't. But my children, my grandchildren, they get me through it. Medication, and having mental illness doesn't help it either, So, Yeah. So it's like what's simple for a lot of people to do. Sometimes, like even drinking a glass of water is difficult. You know, like going to restaurants and stuff, it's embarrassing for me. But, yeah. But I try. And I'm lucky to have a lot of people, a lot of friends and loved ones to help me get through it. You know what I mean? So, yeah. There's this procedure that they call DBT. Oh, let's see, I almost poked my eye. DBT, deep brain stimulation. So they put a hole in your skull and they put some, I don't know, some mechanism there. And you're awake through that procedure. And they tell you to put your hand out. And it's like a dial. They dial it. I've seen it in video on YouTube. I've seen them. And it's supposed to control your tremors. But they said I'm not a good candidate, because I have a cerebral aneurysm. So, I have a cerebral aneurysm. So, yeah. Wow. This. Yeah. That's all that is. So I'm not a candidate for that. I have to be really careful. Sometimes I could just poke my eye out, you know? So me going out is going to be difficult because I don't have my children with me. They went ahead last night to my brother's house for my nephew's birthday party. So I'm going to be traveling on my own. What do you think? Did I think I got all the parts here? I'm gonna be traveling on my own. So, yeah. I use music to help me. Put my headphones on, and that helps. It really does. It really helps a lot. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so now, oh man, I forgot my mascara. I'll be right back.